it starts.
Whoa. Alright, I have no idea if I'm even online or not. Rip. Unless I am. Oh, I am. Sick. All right, I'm just gonna look through some flow and see what we can pull up from this thing. I gotta tweet this actually. Oh wait. Sweet. Can you hear me? Yes, no, maybe so. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna look through some flow, see what's up, what's going on in the market. Right now, oh, NASDAQ, a little gappy. Ooh, pretty big. Where's my chart? Okay. And Q. Yeah, NQ is looking crazy right now on the daily, and 22,336. Holy shit. Oh, almost all-time highs. Either double top or we actually break through and go. All right, see some float. CMG 57 calls at the end of the day, 195,000. Buzzer beaters. SMLR ran up like 16% today. 100K in the 65 calls for 718 expiration. It's 55% out the money. Ooh, audio's not working. A WAP. Oh shit. Okay, wait. Let's fix this. How does YouTube sound? I might just do on YouTube. I feel like, oh wait. I think I know what it is. Okay. How does it sound now? On WAP. Perfect. Yeah. I had to change the setting. I had to change the setting. My bad. Okay. My bad. I have to change the setting manually every time I open this app. Yeah, BRKB was seeing some big call flow. We had what's today's date? 23rd. Yeah, 740 call. That's 52% out the money for 260K. And a 520 call for 9.37 million. So these are actually very notable. I'm gonna note these ones. I'm gonna check the chart. So I'm gonna run through my notable flow, and you guys can ask as many questions as you want until I'm tired. So these are all at the ask for January. $17.95 average price. BRKB 520 calls. Let's check. Yeah, BRKB has been actually, finally pulled back a bit. But it's got to break this. Whoa, wait a minute. Wait. Let's Let's get the much better. Okay, so yeah, I mean, look, they're buying this right at the 200 MA. The setup is actually pretty nice for these calls. Your risk can be below the 200, but I do like this actually. I like this a lot. Yeah, this looks good. SoFi was getting these weird puts, 13.5 puts for 718 expiration, 28,000 volume, 712,000, 12% out the money. With this gap up and then Q, these will probably be on discount, I think. I don't know if some news is going to come out, but it is worth noting towards the end of the day. I don't really like SoFi flow, to be honest with you. It never works. It works sometimes. Yeah, 12.5% out the money. Pretty interesting towards the end of the day. Pretty shy. Yeah, Nvidia got a pretty big spike and put so much. These are nothing. Never mind. Pep got some interesting puts. 15,000 at the ask. Almost 5 million in premium. Around 4,000 were at the bid, so what's that? 15,000. It's like, let's say 4 million in puts. These are pretty interesting. Where'd my chart go? I mean, look, these whales are literally buying it at the lows. So they're just betting on a support break, like nothing else. A lot of selling volume in the last like 3-4 days, but I mean, the risk to reward here is probably not the best, unless you literally knives. Go to the weekly chart. I mean, if you look every time here, this 127.86, it's bounced. So I mean, if they're literally betting the stock will break and head much lower. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. The risk to reward here is not that great. Marvel was getting some interesting calls actually. 800,000. Oh, earnings July 17th. That might be it. Yeah, Marvel was getting 10% out the money calls for July 18th. These are really nice. They're basically adding almost the end of the day. A little bit, so 87K worth sold. So it's around 700,000. So these are nice, 10% out the money. 78 calls, 718 EXP. Probably 700K worth still there. 1.4. But again, I just like, there's so many headlines that can just come out every single second. Who knows? We find out. Meta was getting some nice big call premium, 6.6 million, 705 calls for 718 expiration, 3,900 at the ask. Looks like they're a bit profitable so far. They bought it at around 16.93. It's sitting at 17.74, but this is very clean. I mean, it's almost in the money, but you know, someone has a lot of conviction and paying 6.6 million premium for these. But I will note it, but I need something more exciting than that. Where'd it go? There you go. What is that, 17.7? Then as far as the chart. Yeah, I mean, it's riding all the MAs. Probably that 710 levels, just trying to break out of this consolidation. It's trying to break out. So that's 710. The key is going to be 705. Yeah. Tried multiple times, but couldn't break. Let's see if it breaks. It probably will break tomorrow. If futures stay like this, it will probably break tomorrow. Almost 1% up. So wow, we're already getting close to earnings. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so these I want to talk about. These 5,000 puts shows at the ask, but the spread on these 550 to 580, spot price 570. This is leaning bid. So I am thinking these are at the bid. Only thing is, yeah, I mean, it hasn't really moved much, but 8 cents, the stock price. Can't really check IV. So I'm leaving these are bids. So for SPX, STO. So they're selling these calls or selling these puts for 2.85 million. 717 EXP. And that's 5.7 average. But other than that, ETF flow has been kind of messy. USO 75 puts. These are already in the money. Circle, I'm not even gonna bother looking at it. That flow is just a clusterfuck. These SMLRs are just, I don't know. I'm gonna note these. SMLR's chart looks really good too. Only 100K, but 55% out the money. The chart looks really good. Yeah, I mean the weekly it broke out. Held at 29 levels, same daily looks nuts. Right above the 200 MA. A 43 level from March. It's going to be its next level of resistance, but this thing has all the way a gap to 50, to be honest with you. But yeah, that SMLR is really interesting. Hands just absolutely nuked today. Yeah, it's just my feed is just covered in circle. We had some small ASTS 70 calls, leaps, 150K, not that much. These are the 20th. Oops. What else? Power. 9% out the money for July. 429,000 in premium, 3,800 in volume. These are interesting. I haven't seen much options flow on this stock. Yeah, this is the most amount of options flow in the last 14 days. Seen the 30. So it gets a decent amount, but interesting. SMCI 5 puts for 2027. 17% multi-leg. It's got to be, I don't know what's going on there. See some bid side stuff. NVIDIA call sellers, 165 calls that are being sold to open for 718, but I'm not going to get over NVIDIA flow. It's boring. Some Oscar 20 and a half puts being sold to open for 149,000. Interesting. TSM 210 puts being sold to open for 1.18 million. $1.18 million, not 1.8 million. LBRT put sellers for 120,000. I think these are arbitrage. No, they're not. Oh, I did see. Where is it? KRE flow somewhere. What? Yeah. KRE 62 calls. 7% out the money for October. 681,000. I like these. All at the ask. No signs of selling. That. Stay away from these. Baba 110 calls being sold to open. These are a mess. Looks like they sold out of these. Oh, these are 620s. Fuck. Is that it for the bid side today? What strike on those Microsofts? 116, 20, 26. The 510s? That's okay. I'll check. Microsoft 116. All right, I think I got, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is good. I'm only seeing 510, right? Yeah, I saw my runner for this one. Wait, 510? This one's showing 177 volume. Looks like they're almost still holding it full. Para. Nothing. 520, okay. No, you're good. Looks like some sells. It looks like they almost. Yeah, so 2,300 at the bid and then 1,800 at the ask. That was on the 20th. Really not much going on today. But yeah, looks like half at the bid, half at the ask. But these guys are up nice. They bought at 19.09, 20, and no, actually they're not up that much. $100 a con, $1,000 a con, no 100. But yeah. All right, give me your questions. I think I got my list down. Ask flow. What flow you guys want to see? Only 9 viewers in what's it called? In WAP, huh? No one wants to join these things. How many on YouTube? 0? 18? Wow. Maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. Yeah, I mean, Tesla, like, I can go. I don't want to go through all this. Just disaster. I mean, I saw some put sellers, 340 puts being sold to open for 2.9 mil. 302 and a half's being sold to open. But like, I don't know, YouTube is, what's it called? It's a mess. What flow software I use? I use Unusual Whales. I need more questions. Hood flow. I will look at hood flow. Bull flow. I don't think I saw any. Okay, so I saw 84 call. These guys got nuked. They bought these right at open for around 150K. And they bought at 0.38, went to 0.54. They did not sell. Now they are underwater at 0.18. SoFi, we just covered the 13.5 puts for 718 expirations, 712 premium, 12% out the money. These are the most notable ones. But yeah, Hood, those guys got straight up nuked. Bull, I don't think I've seen any today. No. No bull. You can't hear anything? Yeah, that flow is bearish. They're buying 13.5 puts for 718. I saw a small VKTX. UAL, dude, so those UALs got nuked and then they came back. So the whales initially bought at like $5, went all the way down to 3.42. Now it's at 5.4. Like, talk about a U-turn. Crazy. Crazy. Okay. VKTX. Jesus, yeah, this fucking stock. 24 puts, 164,000. VKTX is just an absolute shitter. But it's just literally been finally broke out of this thing, out of this range. ASTS, yeah, I mean, ASTS was getting. ASTS flow was kind of messy today. There was some 43 puts for $1 million in premium. These guys got kind of nuked. 4.85 down to 4.3 so far. Thoughts on hymns? Dude, that news probably, I don't know. I don't like touching stocks that literally just had news like that and wipes the stock. Like, look at this shit. This is crazy. After I was showing 43, I mean, this thing is so volatile. Like, I just cannot be like buying right here. You know, like, at least I need to see if it can at least reclaim the 50 MA, or we like wait until it can get to like 37. But like, if you're buying here, it's just like no man's land. Like, yeah, you can probably get like a little like a dead cat bounce, but dude, what a fake out. Jeez, everyone was probably waiting for, you know, short float, short interest, whatever, and breaks to the upside, but I don't think they were expecting down 34% today. That's kind of wild. Zeta, dude, Zeta had a big move today, but I don't think I saw any new flow today. Let me change the filter for this. Some 17.5 calls, and the money calls for 345K. And some 15 put sellers for, these are not that clean. It's like, yeah, no, irrelevant. All right, Roblox. What's the most notable flow you've ever seen in your time doing this, man? I mean, I've seen a lot of flow. I've seen whales lose like 30 mil overnight, 10 mil overnight. ARM is probably one, not like from not too long ago. The guy was buying like 2K in size for 5,000 a con. So it's like 70 or 80 million in premium for 2027. That guy is paid. At the time he was, at the time ARM was at like 126, 127s, and ARM, and he was buying 130 calls, and now ARM is like 149 or something. So that was definitely one. I've seen a lot. I've honestly seen so many that like I can't even keep track. I mean, I can show you guys. Let's see. Yeah, ARM 130 calls for June. Oh, look, I mean, look, it's finally. Okay, so 10 mil here, 10 mil here. And the first buys were, yeah, at like 46. They're sitting at over almost 60. And slowly but surely, like, open interest is starting to decrease. But look at this. May 14th started it, right? 11 mil, 11, 10, 11, adding. I mean, this is like insane. Every single day until like basically 6. It's wild. And there's like over 10 mil size every single time. So yeah, this was definitely a notable one. Pretty crazy. INVZ, I don't think I've nada. Okay, I'm looking at both YouTube and WAP for the questions, so I'm sorry if I missed one of your questions. Cores. Yeah, nothing on cores today. Damn, cores from negative 4%. Yeah, I swear to God, cores like, dude, cores flow. I don't know. Cores is right on the 21. Moving average break. Wonder if, yeah. What is this, flagging or what? No, I'm just drawing imaginary copium lines. No, none of this is working. God. Yeah, it's just right at the 21 I made. The break stat probably going to the 50 and 200. Meta we talked about. Meta, there was a 705 calls for 6.6 million, paying 17.7 average. That's okay. And then VIX, yeah, so the guys, I mean, look, VIX, when you see an order like that, and I took it, because I have, like, my book is like 95% long. Okay? So when I see VIX orders like this, if I can even find it. Yeah. I can't really tell if this is mid or ask or bid, but they carried over. Literally 47 out of the 47,708 was carried over. But again, like my book personally is like 95% long. So like if I see this, I'm literally taking this and I hope it goes to zero, because I would love to see my hedge go to zero, and I would love to see all my calls and long stock go higher. If I lose on the hedge, thank God, right? If I make money on the hedge, right? If these went up 100%, perfect. Like I can use that money and buy my favorite stocks on a dip. Like I don't use VIX to like day trade or like, you know, hope that I make 20%, 30% here and there, right? Like I literally use this as like insurance, like car insurance. GE, yeah, let's talk about that one. Because GE, I didn't see any new flow, but the alert that I stopped out on it, because it went down like 30-something%. Like that's my, like it went down 30%, nothing I can do. Bro, they bought it at 1.11. Probably sold around like here or something, or like, I don't know, he won. Hit a low of 0.77, now it's at 2. Up 100%, almost 100%. Oh man, yeah, Man U was kind of interesting. Man U got these weird ones today, actually. 30 calls, 80K, 58% out the money. I already talked about, well, that's like autist me, man, or ADHD me. I just talked about Man U and then I went straight to someone's circle question. My ADHD is kicking. Yeah, Man U is just these 30 calls that are, I don't know, 80K, but 58% of the money. I don't know, maybe they're getting bought out or something. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, as far as circle, it's just a mess. Like, bro, I can like show you. Like, what are you gonna do with this information? Like, it's just orders left and right. There's nothing clean. Like, there's millions of calls and there's millions of puts and there's millions of nothing. You know, so I don't know. Snow. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, my whales like just hate snow or something. Guessing snow doesn't have any. Oh. Okay. My whales just completely crashed. Okay, let's try this again. They don't want to see us win. Yeah, nothing today. Nothing today on snow. TLT, don't think I've 88 calls. Yeah, so they bought 88 calls today for 104,000. That's like 208,000. I don't think this was. Oh, okay. And then they sold for a loss. RIP. See? Hey, whales can lose too. Whales can lose too. Guys gotta accept that sometimes. SOC, I think I saw one order of SOC, like one interest. Yeah, it was, okay, never mind. 92,000 of an SOC 35 call for October, 65% out the money, 92K. So that's about it. Goog, fuck, my God, like Goog is the worst, bro. It's crazy. Like, I think even if NQ goes off tomorrow, Google's still gonna be red. Yeah, like some call seller. Yeah, these are like 175 call sellers for 3.3 million. Other than that, not much. Yeah, SMH had those. Look, let me show you how stupid these whales are, bro. These 250 puts. These whales bought at 903. I'm sorry, 903 million worth. Another 1 million. Okay. Underwater. What is this? 1.11. 1.11 to 1.7. Over 50%. Guess what? No sells. These whales don't sell. Now it's worth 0.75 or 0.68, and these are probably going to be lower tomorrow. what flow do I like? I'm gonna post it soon. Once this stream's over, I'm gonna post the flow. Yeah, Google flow, MSTR flow. What else? What else? PDD flow. Trash. ABR, yeah, they were hitting the 12 calls for September, 145,000, 0.34 expiration or 0.34 premium. These are clean. ABR is also shit too. You'll see like 2 million in premium. What's up with the Tesla pump today? I think it's just robo-taxi. I think people actually really liked it. It's my guess. Yeah. PARR. 13% out the money, 338,000 in premium. They bought it at 11 a.m. and they bought an extra one, another order of 127K at the end of the day. So these are pretty interesting. I'm going to add one more to this. PARR, 30 calls. All right. Okay. I know you use flow and levels, but how do you take your entries and plan your stop? I plan my stop as far as like, okay, wait. I know you use flow and levels, but how do you take your entries? To be honest with you, if the flow looks clean, right? Like let's say I'm gonna go look at this PARR. Okay, they bought it like 83 cents, right? I'm not gonna enter it right away at 83 cents. I'm gonna pull up my chart and then kind of see like intraday actions, see like what's going on, okay? And if the flow looks clean, look at the intraday, and then I'll look at obviously the longer term chart. Even though they're buying calls here, just kind of so extended. I'd like to wait till like the 8 MA, but I'll look at the chart and be like, okay, maybe this is not the best time to enter, right? I always like look for a much better entry. Either if it's a shorter expiration, obviously shorter time frame. If it's a longer expiration, look at the daily chart and then you enter either with the whale or you want to wait for like a little better entry. Or if you miss it, you just move on to the next trade. And I plan my stops. I always have like an initial, like whenever I enter a trade, I'll kind of just be like, all right, this is how much I'm going to put into this trade and I'm willing to lose this amount of money. Like that's my stop. And then also like moving averages. Like, okay, GE was stupid to me because when I stopped out, I had a risk below 233.89 and intraday it went to like 232. Cons went down 30% and I got wicked out. And I think it reversed on me, so but it happens. Like that's all hindsight. It could have gone lower, but I didn't know, right? And it didn't. So I had a risk. I literally said I'm gonna stop out below 233.95. It did hit. It did go lower than that. I stopped out. Cons went down 30-something%. I'm like, all right, I'm out. And obviously it reversed on me. But that's just the way trading is. Like I'm not mad about it. I'm not gonna lose sleep over it. Like it's a loss, big deal. I move on, right? I think a lot of people need to understand that. Like you got to man up when you lose. I think a lot of people talk about their losers so long. They'll remember their losers longer than the winners, right? It's not that big of a deal, okay? Like no one's perfect. So yeah. Unity 26, 27, 28. I don't think I saw. 28 calls, more volume was added at the ask. 25, 26. Interesting. Yeah, I want to see how much carries over. Yeah, but 2000 was added at the ask today. For 26, 28, 3500 was added today. But Unity Flow is dog water. Like, it's really not that good. They're just like, yeah, MSTR. Yeah, literally. But yeah, they are adding these calls. Can I go over Meta again? Yeah, Meta was the 705s. They were just buying. Yeah, these 705s was the most notable one. 6.6 million for 718 expiration, 3,900 volume. Tesla, we already talked about it. It's just a mess. There were some put sellers for around $1 million, but that's about it. NVST. Oops. NVST or MVTS? The MVTS, there was some 7 calls, kind of mixed. 180,000. There was some sells. These are like so little. Yeah. But yeah, MV. Yeah, MVTS is just right on the 8 MA. It's kind of flagging as well. So you guys, strong day. Let's take this to 9, huh? Volume less than OI on the U flow. Yeah. But they were adding those. So they were adding those. The volume was being added today though. So there are some buyers. You just have to see how much of that volume actually carries over. No, I didn't cover Intel yet. D-Dog was getting 150 calls for 16% out the money for August. These are the most notable ones. $800K, 2.56. Yeah, no Intel. I didn't see any Intel flows today. But let's go to D-Dog. I think D-Dog is... Yeah, D-Dog is just riding that 8 MA perfectly. Damn, dude, D-Dog weekly is crazy. Yeah, that previous resistance here, that 131 level. So above 131, this has just a gap to fill here. Got earnings. Oh, that's August. Fuck that. Yeah, so at 131 could be huge. Is this helping, guys? Like, what filters do I use? I keep some of those secret, man. This is secret sauce. I can't give away everything. It's the secret sauce. But if you use unusual whales, you can literally like tell it exactly what you want in your flow. You know? If you just want asks, if you just want calls, or just puts, if you want specific premium, like it's very easy to make like your filtered flow. It's more about like actually reading it, right? And is it truly at the ask? Is it truly at the bid? Are they adding more? Are they selling more? You know, like that's the more important. Anyone can make a filter. It's more how you read it and how you use it. Roblox, we talked about it. I don't think, well, I said there wasn't much. It's an MP. He knows my full. I'll text it to him. I think he already has mine. Anyway. Why UW over black box? I think I covered this once. It's not anything personal or anything. I've used whales for so long. For me, it's easier to really track the whales. There's so many tools, especially like this Periscope. I think like earlier today, the net gamma was showing right here 59.55, and that's exactly where it bounced. But yeah, I just UAW has a lot of tools, very easy to read. Yeah, it's just a very user friendly. And same with Black Box. Black Box is very user friendly as well. It's very clean. I just like to see these charts, and it tells me how much premium there is automatically. I don't have to like count how many lines there are. But I don't know, I think maybe Black Box does it. It shows the total premium. But yeah, nothing against Black Box. I just use whales. How long has that been? What's it, almost an hour? All right. Well, that's going to be it for tonight. I'm going to do this every night. So if you guys have any more questions, save them. Looks like market's going to gap out tomorrow. I think it's just me gap and gap and chop. So best of luck tomorrow. Don't oversize. Headlines could just be pissing out every single 5 minutes. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. See you tomorrow. Hope it helps.